Well, hello everyone, and welcome again to Dream Life. My name is Marquis, your host. I have the awesome and wonderful honor of this next guest. She was a former student of mine, taking dance as just a wee little one at the age of 3. She was such a ball of fire when she would come in. She wasn't shy, definitely not what we would describe her as. She knew when she came into dance class, this was going to be her life. This is what she wanted to do. To such the degree that her mother said to me, Miss Marquis, what do I do? And I said, well, if you have the time, take her out there on auditions, see what can happen. She's not shy, so she's definitely going to go for it. And not only did she do that, she's gone over the top. I now aspire to run behind her career. And she, at the age of 10, was cast in a Broadway show called The Lion King. And yes, I did say that, The Lion King on Broadway. She had the pleasure and honor of doing 320 Broadway shows from age 10 to 11. She has then gone on to break into film and television, being on not only NBC, but ABC, CBS. She is on Oprah's own network, as well as others, and I'm going to let her tell you about that. But just an amazing young woman that has not yet become an adult. She's still a teenager. She's been homeschooled because of that, because of working. So she's our working artist. I got the pleasure and honor of watching her perform this summer, just recently, at the West Las Vegas Library's arts program. And if I got the name of that wrong, I want to say that again. West Las Vegas Performing Arts Program. Mm-hmm. And they did a show, an original show called Viral.
Hashtag
viral. Now, what's really funny is hashtag actually is what we would think of, and I'm saying we as the older audience out there, as that checkerboard, the tic-tac-toe board. Hashtag viral. This is an amazing show, and if I don't put the whole thing up there, which I probably can't, I'm going to definitely give you where you can find it, because it is on YouTube and you can watch it. It's just a wonderful show. The talent was off the chain, and of course Teshi was amazing. So now I want to introduce you to this young actress, singer, dancer, spokesperson, just an incredible, valuable community spokesperson. And her life is a legacy already. Ms., and I'll say that, little Miss Teshi Thomas.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you, because you are carrying the torch, so thank you. That's wonderful. Okay, so now I know, after dancing school, I know that you went on to intern at West Las Vegas Performing Arts.
Yes.
And I know that you've also done some things here in Vegas, film person that I'm familiar with. I've never done any of her shows, but Miss Michelle, as they call her.
Yes.
So tell me about those experiences.
Well, after departing from your classes, I had went to do Broadway first, and I was trying to stick with dancing, but I somehow fell out of it because I was like, well, I had lost hope for trying to figure out what to do next, but thankfully I was on Broadway, so I was still including my dancing and everything with that. But as soon as I came back from New York, I met Miss Michelle. Miss Michelle and my mom were great friends, and I happened to be in a couple of her films, and it was an honor to work with her because of her mind and just her vision for what she wants to put out and everything. And so, yes, that's mainly what I was doing.
I want to break in here just a second. She said after I went and did Broadway, there are people that spend an entire career and never get to Broadway as they aspire to be there. But it's also an honor to work. So I'm telling you, this little one, her mind was set. So she did. She left the little ballet tap classes, little flap, little tap, little plie and up, and went to Broadway. Let's let's put this on lock. Let's get it right down there. Okay. And then doing the films with Miss Michelle.
Yes.
I know that was a good part of teaching and it giving you some experience especially for the camera.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, for sure, because having to jump from being on stage all the time, from day to night, and being around so many thousands of people, seemed like millions, because you could never see their faces in the audience.
That's right.
But having to jump from that to film, it was a big change for me. I had to transition from being big and bright eyed, so everybody could see, to where I have to, box it in and keep everything in, but still be able to show my full potential on screen.
Right.
And so, yeah, it was definitely a huge jump, but I like to say, I like to think that I made a good change in doing so. So,
because my background is musical theater, stage, my first opportunities in TV and film, I didn't enjoy. And I didn't enjoy it because it was being trained to be on the stage is very different, like you're saying, to being trained to be on television.
Yes.
Knowing and having the differences for you, is there one that you prefer over the other?
Ooh, I get this question all the time.
Of course.
I feel as though now that I've jumped more into film, I've been more like accustomed to it. Like I've had a lot of experiences to where I know about cameras more rather than being on stage, but I'm still involving myself in stage so that I'm well-rounded in that.
Right, so you can keep those two.
Yes.
Balance those two.
Yes.
It is very different, and you're right. When you're on stage, everything is big, and it must be, and we must project
and yes.
And it's if I want them to see my eyes, I must open them so that they can see them and smile. But then, like on camera, and I know, sorry audience, that was a bit much. Sorry.
No.
But on camera, we can just glean. He's gleaning into a conversation in the living room, basically.
Right.
So. With that, let's go into your first. Was film first or television?
Ooh, I believe it was film.
Okay, so that would mean it was a movie?
Yes.
Okay, what was the movie?
Oh, well, I know that when I was in New York, I was working with a cast member who was also in The Lion King. His name is Jabo, James Brown Orleans.
Yay!
And I was in a film that he had made called A Teacher's Nightmare. And that was like, I believe that was one of the first films that I did. And it was crazy because he was telling me all these things about where to look at the camera. And I was just like, oh no, like I don't know if I can do it. But being around him, he's such a beautiful soul.
Yes.
And he really paved that way for me to
He mentored you.
Yeah. So I believe that was the first thing for me.
Wow. And what a wonderful way for you to be introduced to it. Then with a coworker, cast member, that you had spent time with, and so you could trust him. And that is a big deal, and super helpful to build the confidence so that you can do the performance.
Yes.
So that's all right. So you did that when you were in New York.
Yes.
Was that a student film or was?
I believe that was it was a film that he wanted just to get his ideas out.
Oh, great.
And it ended up being at one of Miss Michelle's film festivals. And we brought it here so that everybody could watch it.
Beautiful.
So we were able to show his work.
Look how that comes around full circle. Excellent. I would be interested in seeing this film and contacting. So, we'll talk about that because. Because then, we might as well put it, I don't know how far it's gone, but let's find out and see.
Yes.
Great. So now, we have that film, and then is that when we got into television?
Yes, I had like many film jobs in between, but I made a big jump into television for that.
So let's talk about the other films.
Oh, well, I had Miss Michelle's films. I remember doing, small parts, big parts. I was just grateful to be in them.
Of course, yes.
Because mainly it's just I'm training and I'm always evolving and trying to learn new things and everything. So I was in a couple of her films. Yeah, and so that's when I made the jump.
So now, your mom mentioned about the David
Makes Man, yes.
and that you had a small part that somehow has grown and embellished.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So yes, I auditioned for David Makes Man around last year, March, I want to say, and Terrell Alvin McCraney, who was the screenwriter for Moonlight, was the creator of David Makes Man. And originally I went in for a role named Hair, and her character was, she only had 3 episodes.
Right.
And so when I went in, I had like 2 callbacks, and I was just like, oh man, I think this might be it. I hope so. I was praying to God and everything. And I had that last callback, which was with him and Miss D, Martin Lawrence, and everybody who was involved with the project in the room. And they were just saying how much they appreciated my dedication to learn the script and everything. And thankfully, when I booked the job, I walked away with 6 episodes instead of 3. And they just built around my character constantly. And I remember for one episode, I had a solo to dance for, and I was like, is it just gonna be me? Am I gonna be like in a dance class? He's like, no, it's just you. And I was like, oh, okay. But that it really opened my mind, and it was really a push for me. It was like a much needed push for me to do. But yeah, that being a part of that show was amazing, and the amount of positive responses that we've gotten about it, about how it's educating the community and just giving everybody the knowledge that you don't see in like shows that are already out. Yeah. And so it was something different that everybody needed to see.
Okay, so we have a clip from David Makes Man.
Yes.
And I probably have a few, because I guess I could say I trolled or stalked your page. I don't know what the correct term is for it, but yes, I did go on. And so I want to take a moment for us to take a small little break and see these clips. And this is from David Makes Man.
Yes.
Is it Dave or David?
David.
David Makes Man. I love the name David, so this is cool. And this is Teshi Thomas. So we'll be right back.
Hey! This is Sarah. Sarah, Marissa.
Hey, it's so nice to meet you.
You too. So, y'all go to school with Day. Who's Day? Day. Right here. You mean DJ?
Yeah. I mean, Dave. Sounds nice.
Why is your tie pink?
To match my dress. I love a pink tie. And Marissa, I love your hair. Day didn't tell me his friends were so cool. Where's the bathroom?
No, I was just about to go. I'll show you.
Perfect. Are you wearing cucumber dove? I'm applying to New World for dance.
Mrs. Everett, I don't know. She runs that program. I know her. I think she'll love you.
Oh, you haven't even seen me move.
Well, I'm sure I'll be impressed.
Dave is gonna go to Hurston.
I know that's what he'd like.
And I have no idea why. Who wants to go to a sleepaway school with all those boys?
Have you and David known each other long?
We both live in the Ville. He used to run around with this group of boys, and one of them was always coming up and lifting up girls' shirts. Jay was falling right behind
Let's
him.
dance.
Oh, okay. Bye, WT.
Bye.
didn't you let me finish the story about how we first met? You shoved that kid who was about to grab me, remember? My Superman.
Oh, I forgot.
Come on, Dave. You the one that wanted to dance.
Tighten up anytime soon either. I seen the body and suddenly I'm no near. Girl, let's be honest, being sane's overrated and more face it. And what you want, baby, goes like
Dave!
What?
Did you see that there's a chocolate fountain?
Pussy.
Don't worry about them. They're just mad because you're special. And they aren't.
I was not going to believe that there was a real chocolate fountain with marshmallows and strawberries like in the movies. Ooh, I can't wait to tell Shella. She's going to be hateful.
Why would you tell Shella?
Why would I not?
It's just, with Shella, once she knows something, the whole Ville gonna know about it.
And they can't know because?
I mean, it's not like they can't know. I just feel like, can't some things be private?
Oh my God. You're ashamed of me. That's why you've been acting weird all night.
No, it's just...
You just what? Now that I'm here, I embarrass you in front of your little magnet school friends?
No, it's Shinobi in them.
Oh, you don't want them to know? Cause your hard-ass dope dealer rep?
Tara, please.
Nah, I'm too good for this.
This is Teshi Thomas. We're in the studio here doing Dream Life TV. My name is Marquis, your host. And this young actress, singer, dancer is just killing it, as they say these days. She is killing it out there. David Makes Man is on Oprah's own network.
Yes.
You mentioned D. Martin Lawrence.
Yes, I wanted to correct. It's D. Harris Lawrence.
And okay, so D.
Yes.
Harris Lawrence.
Yes.
D. Harris Lawrence
Yes.
for our viewers out there. This is the...
She's the showrunner of the show.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you work with her a lot then.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me about the showrunners, because I'm sure you've worked with several now.
Yes. Well, I worked with Dee, but I mainly worked with Terrell Alvin McCraney. She was making sure that the episodes were running and everything, and making sure that everything was in place on how the story was put together and everything. So we had about 10 episodes, and we spent, I want to say, 6 months in Florida filming. And yeah, so having everything put together, so of course a huge thanks to her.
Wow.
Because,
Okay.
Yeah.
So now now I'm going to parallel here. Just that's film.
Yes.
So if you took that same person, well, either Dee or Terrell, and put them in a staging performance, would they be the stage manager?
Yes.
Okay.
Terrell, most importantly, because he also had a show out on Broadway called Choir Boy, and amazing. A bunch of us from the cast of David Makes Man went out to support him.
Yes.
We all came together. It was like a little reunion because
Yes.
we haven't seen each other in a while. But seeing his show, it was so amazing. Brought tears to my eyes. Just felt all the emotions, and yes, for sure, they'd be perfect.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you're just building such a huge community of people that not only you've worked with, but now meeting. Because you have all of the people from New York that you met
Right.
and worked with.
Yes.
And now Florida.
Yes.
Because of all the filming that you've done. Okay. So now that was Oprah's own network. And now let's talk about Raven's Home,
Yes.
because that is the Disney Channel, right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And tell us the experience. Well, I don't want to ask too much about the experience with Raven because I'm sure that you gleaned a lot from her.
Yes.
And so she's grown now, which is, okay, tell us.
Oh man, having to go from David Makes Man being my first series to ever be a part of, I went to Raven's Home and I auditioned for that, and I was only supposed to have 1 episode, but I walked away with 3, and it was really amazing because I would always tell myself, I want to be on Disney Channel, because it was such a great platform to watch all these young actors who I wanted to like be like, you know? And just being a part of that cast, everybody was so sweet and kept me going, and like just being around their energy was so amazing.
Yes.
I loved being a part, like every bit of it, it was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, you said that was 3, you were supposed to do 1, but you wound up doing 3, so that
Yes.
means they wrote you into some more episodes.
Yes, thank you.
And so now, does that show still running?
Yes.
Okay.
And they just got a season 4 for it. So that's amazing. So congratulations to everybody part of that show as
Wow.
well. Yeah.
Did you die on that show or
Oh
something?
no.
Okay.
They just wrote it to where like, oh, I could be like a friend, so you could see me in like the school maybe, you know, hopefully if they bring me back. But
They'll bring you back.
Yeah.
They'll bring her back. Yeah, she's going back. Okay.
Yeah, but
Wonderful.
that's-
Yes. Okay. So we do have a clip of that. I'm going to hold off on a second because we have plenty more to talk about, and there's a lot of Teshi out there, everybody. So please be like I was. Troll her page, and it's Teshi Thomas Entertainment, I believe.
Entertainer on Facebook.
On Facebook.
Yes.
So yeah, go to her page. That you need likes and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Like her, follow her. That's what we have to do. Support her. Okay, and you can see all of these different episodes there. They really are amazing. I sat there and, you know, like a little mom on the side, just look at her go. It was wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you.
Now, having done television, having done film, you said you've done something on Netflix is my favorite. Okay,
Yes.
And that's why I have to keep asking for her to tell me about the TV show portion, because I only watch OTTs, over the top.
Yeah.
So Netflix is my friend.
Yes.
What was the film or series?
It was a film.
Okay.
It was called Thriller, and Dallas Jackson was the creator of that film. And it was really amazing being part of that, because I think it was a film that I had to channel more of like a serious side of me, because I would get more roles that were like funny and lighthearted and everything, but I had to pull a different side of me out. And it was cool that I got to like show a different side of what I'm able to do.
Yes.
And yes, so that was amazing. It's on Netflix, it's streaming right now, and everybody in that film was amazing.
Thriller.
Thriller.
I'm watching Thriller tonight, y'all.
Please do.
I have some popcorn.
Grab a blanket.
Yes. I can see it now.
Yes.
I'm ready.
Yes.
So Thriller is what I got for the evening.
It's a thriller for sure. So prepare yourself, settle down, sit back, whatever you need to do. It's pretty great.
Oh, good. Okay, now that was Netflix.
Yes.
But you're also on Lifetime TV.
Yes.
Now, what did we do on Lifetime?
I was a part of another film
Okay.
called Harry and Meghan, A Royal Romance, that showed, I want to say, beginning of this year or last year. I had a role where I was one of the African kids that were in the area.
Okay.
And Harry and Meghan were able to come down and talk to some of the kids, and so he came up to me and saw that I was very shy, and he wanted me to open up to him because I had a lot of past things going on. And even though I had no lines for the film, I was able to perform with just facial expressions.
Wow.
and just crying, or and it was really cool to do.
Yeah.
Because I've never had a role like that.
Right.
And most people would think, oh, you had no lines, like, what do you get from that? But I'm like, if you're able to pull out emotions without saying anything, that's the most powerful thing that you
Yeah.
could do.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, so let's talk about that, because each one of these roles probably came from another side of you.
Right.
And for you, like you mentioned channeling,
Yes.
or pulling out. And yeah, how did you come back from those?
Ooh, wow. It's definitely a lot, because you have to give what the creators are
Right.
asking for.
What the role requires, right?
Yes, and I tell myself that I'm me,
Okay.
and that I'm always going to be here, and that, you know, wherever role that comes for me, not to get lost in that role, or
Yes.
to
Yes.
take over that role that was given to me. So I always tell myself, you know, you are here, but you're also just putting on a show.
Okay.
And, you know, it's not nothing's like real
Right.
in the film or, you know, industry, but being able to tell myself that I'm always going to be me, but able to show different sides of me, or what I'm capable of, like what I'm able to bring out. So yeah, that's what I do.
I think that's, first of all, that's wonderful.
Thank
So
you.
congratulations on that.
Thank you.
People do get lost in roles, and we've heard tragic stories
Yes.
of actors that have been lost in roles. We've also seen fabulous actors and actresses do performances, but
Yes.
you know, I'm glad I'm so close that I can just ask the question. You know,
Yes.
how did you come out of that role? You know, what did you do there? So I'm definitely going to look and find. Like I said, I'm going to watch Thriller tonight, and then I'm going to actually look for the Lifetime TV channel. I'm going to
Yes.
look at this one and pull it up as well.
There was an episode when David Makes Man that I had filmed, and unfortunately it didn't make the cut into the final episode, but I remember shooting that episode, and there was a scene where I had to cry, and I had snot running out, and it was really fun to take a part of. And after we'd say cut, you know, everybody just sit back and wait for the next scene to roll. And I remember a bunch of people coming up to me like, "Hey, Teshi, are you okay?" Like, I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Like, like, what are you guys talking about? But
Right.
yeah, I love being able to do that. Like,
That's good.
Just yeah. So I
That's-
was about to
yeah,
mention that.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it is. I mean, and that's the other question, I guess I would say. Emotionally, you're able to disconnect from that. Yeah, because that's rough.
Yes,
Yeah,
very.
I mean, I don't just sit and cry. There's emotion
Right.
behind it.
Yeah.
You know, you don't think of sitting, snot and crying, and
Right.
it just be, oh, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, give me some tissue. So
Yes.
very good on that.
Thank you.
I know that you are a spokeswoman as well for a
Bully Busters.
Bully Busters organization.
702.
Okay.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that, and why and how you got involved.
Oh, wow. Well, when I was in public school, because now I'm homeschooled,
Okay.
I'm a part of MVVA, Nevada Virtual Academy. And I've been a part of that for about 6-7 years now.
Oh wow.
So I used to get bullied in school from my skin tone and for how I dressed, you know, just me being myself.
Yeah.
And people don't always handle that in the best way. But it really did take a toll on me, and I wanted to stand up and let everybody know that they didn't have to settle for what they were being told, and that they could always step out of the box and show who they really are without having to put on a front for anybody, and for them to just be themselves. And so that's what I constantly told myself, even though I would get lost and lose hope and, you know, fall for their little words and games and tricks. I told myself that I'm worth whatever is possible for me.
Yes.
And so when I found Bully Buster 702, Keith Bowen, who's like my grandfather to me, he's just such a great person to be around, I was able to be a voice for
Yeah.
people who didn't have a voice.
Sure.
For me, who didn't have a voice.
Right.
And I was a part of a radio show where kids could call in, parents could call in, ask for advice, or tell their stories of what they've been through. And just the amount of stories that we would get were so hard on me because they were relatable. But I was able to give my 2 cents and, you know, help them in the best way that I could possible. And there was a one situation where the girl who had called, she was going to take her life. And she had called our hotline, which was 24 hours, and, you know, it was really late at night, but we got a call from her saying, you know, hey, I need somebody to talk to. And we were able to talk her into, you know, keeping her life. And, you know, because it's no matter how much you get from people who are also going through things, because hurt people hurt people.
There you go. That's a good one.
So it's tough to go through that, but we were just letting her know that her life is worth it, like her future that she has ahead of her. She has so much to look forward to. So yeah, just being able to do that motivated me and kept me going as a person, and reminded me that, you know, we'll have many obstacles to go through, but when you're at that finish line and you're woo, you know, gold medals and everything, it's rewarding. So
the journey can be paved with trials. They can have trials in them, but you're an old soul.
Yes.
Yes, very wise at your age.
Thank you.
And you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's interesting. Now, did you switch from public school to the virtual school because of bullying, or did it have any?
It had a part of that, but it was mainly because I had to go to New York for a year and a half.
So you had
So that was the main switch, but it helped a lot having to jump from that.
Okay, and I do understand. I mean, back in my day, we didn't. There was no such thing as virtual schooling.
Right.
There was no internet happening back then. However, I experienced bullying growing up, and it's not fun.
Right.
And you often feel like you're boxed in.
Yes.
So please say to the viewers again that website, that's still a viable organization that's up and running.
Yes.
Okay, so let's tell.
Yes, it's bullybusters702, I believe, .com. And it's accessible to anyone. You can go on your phone, you can go on a computer. And there's a bunch of community projects that you can be a part of and that you can be involved with, so that you're included with everything in the community and to stand up against bullying. So, yes.
So Teshi is a spokesperson for this. We want to encourage you to not be silent if this is happening in your life and to you and you're going through something. Is there a hotline number that you know?
I do not know it by heart, but
Okay.
I'll be able to provide that to you.
We'll make sure we get that on the screen, so that if this is something that you need, if this is something that you know, somebody you know may need, that they can not only call, but go onto the website. And if you go on the website, I'm sure you'll find the number there, but we'll try to have that on the screen for you. We're going to take a little break because we want to see the episodes with Teshi in Raven's home.
Yes.
And we'll be right back. Okay. Wow.
I think that's me. Oh, thank you. Hey, you guys live in my building, right? I'm Danny. Yeah, I'm Booker and this is Levi.
Okay, that was our Teshi on Raven's home. And there are continuing episodes, so continue to watch that show at Disney Channel, because you might see her pop back up. Matter of fact, I'm sure that she's going to pop back up. She'll be the friend around the corner, the cousin down the street, somebody that left town and came back.
Yes.
We're definitely going to see her again. Want to take a moment to just remind you, because she's a spokesperson for bullybusters702.com. You guys out there, bullying is a serious thing, very serious. to have a wonderful spokesperson as Teshi there, and a 24-hour hotline that you can reach out if you need help. You can also download the app on your phone. So if you just, you know where the apps are. I don't have to tell you that. Just pick up that smartphone and find the app and push it. It's bullybusters702.com. Now here's the number for you. If you need the 24-hour hotline, it's 702-292-5023. Again, that's bullybusters702.com. 702 is the telephone number. 292-5023. Reach out. Do not suffer in silence. And those are the words from our guest here, Teshi Thomas, because she's experienced this and it's not fun.
Right.
It's not fun.
Yes.
All right, well, we're gonna now ask a few questions.
Okay.
The first one being, you're on Dream Life TV.
Yes.
Was what you're doing, was this your dream?
Oh, yes, most definitely. Wow. I would always dream at night and,
Right.
always pray to God and saying that wherever He leads me, wherever He wants to take me, that's where I will venture off to. And everything that I've been a part of and that I've had the honor of even getting the opportunity for
Yes.
has been everything that I've wished to do.
Wow.
And so, yes, definitely.
Wow.
Most definitely.
So, okay, I'm sure, even though this is the dream and you're doing it, I'm sure there have been some disappointments.
Yes.
How do we handle those?
Well, it definitely does take a toll on you because you'll have that self-doubt of like, oh, am I enough? Or I'm not what they're looking for. But there will be 1,000 no's before you get that yes. And it can be discouraging because you will feel like you've been set back and that you're not progressing. But once you have that no, and hopefully they give you feedback, because feedback is most definitely important. But making sure that you're also training in the meantime for that next big project that comes rolling around for you, and that happens to be your yes, then that hard work has paid off. And I also remind myself to not feel bad about getting that no, because there's always that yes that's right around the corner, no matter how long it may take for that moment to come. And I always say to myself to trust the process.
Trust the process.
And like I said, no matter how long it may be, it could be years from now. There are people who I know haven't gotten into the industry, like they don't start off young.
Right.
So you can start off whenever you want to.
Right.
It's nothing that you should put on hold. Like if you have the opportunity to do something, go for it.
Go for it.
Yes.
Wow. That's where we used to dance at Go For It USA.
Yes.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
How all this stuff comes full circle.
Yes.
I agree. Thank you. Those are very good words of wisdom
Thank you.
and encouragement for those out there that are trekking the path of a career in entertainment, in show business. You have to trust that process, because sometimes that no is actually protecting you
Yes.
from something and preparing you for
The next
what was
big
coming
thing.
at right, that
Yes.
next big thing that's coming around the corner. So
Yes.
very, very, very cool. What do you do to, aside from, I know there's prayer involved because I've heard you mention that. What would you say to people to stay motivated, to actually get them to push themselves?
I surround myself with people who are also in the entertainment industry or just doing what they love. Being around people such as my friends, I'm always supporting my friends because we always have to support each other, because that one friend who will support you and give you love may be the only friend you have.
Right.
Or that supports you, because you can have a lot of friends, but your real ones, they'll show your their true colors.
Yes.
And I say a big one is being around a good support system, which can motivate you to do whatever.
Yeah, positive people, right?
Yes.
Positive people. Okay. Teshi, you are well, I shouldn't ask you, but if you okay with it?
Well, yes.
Okay. Tell us how old you are.
I just turned 17 yesterday.
Yes, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. I know we're going to stay in contact. My best friend in New York and you have the exact same birthday.
Oh, wow.
She is a Broadway baby as well.
Oh, cool.
And so I'm like, oh, yeah, it's the birthday. If I could have just been born on that day, I would have already been to Broadway, right? Hey, I think I got to find some people with my birthday that have been on Broadway, you know, so I can make the connection.
Yes.
Say, okay, it's time. What are some words of encouragement that you would say to people aspiring to be in the business, to do film, to do television, to do shows? What would you say?
Just to never get discouraged and to always know your worth and not to settle for anything below what you're giving and what you want to be seen as and what you want to put out into the universe. Just to remain yourself and not to ever get lost in that, because it can happen. You can fall off from where you were told that you were meant to be. But like I tell myself and I want to say to others, just to remain humble, most importantly, and that whatever you put your mind to, you can do. You just have to make the effort and go through the long or short process that you may come across.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right. That process, she's right, that process can be long or short. This little one came in and did her little tap and ballet steps with me and decided, I just need to go on to Broadway.
Yes.
And there she went.
Yes.
And that was it.
There was a moment in time where I had, like I said, had took a break from dancing and I wanted to focus on acting and everything. And that break from dancing had a huge toll on me because I had lost everything that I had learned. But I told myself, I was talking to my mom one day, I was like, you know what, Mom? I'm going to get back into dancing. I went from being in the back of the class to slowly working my way up. And me being short, you know that was tough, but I did that to myself. So I told myself I was going to work my way up and that I'd get my rhythm back, get going, and now, yeah, I've been in dancing, and it's a great outlet for me when if I can't say much, I show it through my movement.
Yes.
And I love doing it. It's really amazing, and I thank you for that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're paying it forward. Okay, for our youth out there that think they can't, you know, do the things that they're dreaming about, aspiring to be, this is your living proof. Okay, I want you to follow her. I want you to be encouraged by her career and the things that she's doing. This is Teshi Thomas, entertainer on Facebook.
Yes.
You'll find her words on you'll find her social media on the screen. That's a mouthful. We're going to go out from here, but you're going to get to see all of her shots. They're a fabulous picture collage that we have set up for you. So just let's watch them on the screen as we go out from here. I can't thank you enough for coming on the show today. I hope that you will come back.
Oh, most definitely.
The show that you did, we had actually another one of the Witness Performing Arts dance students. That was Cece.
Oh, wow.
That was in the show there.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking to see more coming out of those who have passed through the program and stuff. But I will definitely be on the front line of following the career. And whenever you're doing stuff that's either close by or that I at least know of in advance, I can fly. And that's not the song I Believe I Can Fly, because I can fly. So I will be there.
Thank you.
And if we're going to Broadway again, please let me know. I will.
I'm crossing fingers.
Yes.
I see it happening.
Yes. Look at the beautiful pictures of Teshi on the screen. I want to tell you that if you believe, then you will achieve and receive an extraordinary life of passion and purpose, your dream life. If you haven't had a chance to join our community here at Dream Life, I encourage you to partner with us. Okay, you'll get to see great ones, icons, as well as our new that are coming forth and paving the way for wonderful careers, not just in entertainment. It doesn't have to be entertainment. You could be aspiring to be a doctor or a lawyer, fireman, a nurse, whatever that is. The same perseverance it takes for Teshi to continue motivating herself to move forward is the same that you'd have to do in any career. So you can apply these things. They're applicable, okay?
Yes.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Teshi.
you.
And happy birthday again.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.